everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Matt, and today we will be playing Tower Simulator 3. In today's episode, we're going to be checking out one of the newest releases of airports, which is Toronto Pearson Airport in Canada. If you've not seen any of the previous episodes, feel free to check them out on the channel, and a link to the previous episode will be linked in the description below as well. If you have any questions, comments or feedback, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I will take a look when I can. If you like the content, feel free to like and subscribe, as that shows your appreciation for the channel and helps me grow the channel to bring you more content like this in the future. So into today's episode then, so we're going to be playing one of the newer airports, which is Toronto Airport in Canada. This got released I think a few days ago, so I haven't played this yet, and don't really know the airport too well either, so I've had a quick kind of read of what's happening and looked at kind of runway configurations, and I think so for today we're going to be running 24 right and 24 left for arrivals, so these are kind of on the southerly side, and then we've got 23 for departures, which is on the northerly side. All of our gates are kind of between runway 23 and 24 right, kind of north of 33 right, so we can just keep our traffic moving up and down. In terms of traffic volumes, it's kind of pretty steady throughout all the hours, but I've chose for us to play the 6 PM hour just to kind of give us a nice sunset as well, so should be a fun session. So while the game loads, I'll just quickly show you the scheduler, just in case you've not seen this or anything around this airport yet. So yeah, we've obviously got 5 runways we can use, but it all depends on the winds. We're running on clear weather, so there'll be basically no wind. So we're using kind of default runway configurations in terms of 24 right, 24 left for arrivals, 23 for departures. You've got the 33s, which you can sometimes use, which I think they use obviously when the wind is in a different direction, but they might also still use 23s or 24s for departures or arrivals. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we'll just we'll stick with what we've got for today. We're running 6 PM, so obviously 6 PM's joint busiest hour with 7 and 9, which gives us around 70 movements, which should be fine for running three runways. The only thing to be cautious of is probably our arriving runways. I'm not sure how close they are together. I think they are very close. If we've got 2 on approach at the same time, there's probably not enough distance. So it's whether the game realizes that and then kind of splits out the arrivals a little bit in terms of distance, but we'll see. It'll give us some warnings, and we can always change the separation to 10 or just change down to single arrival runway. But yeah, that's it in terms of the scheduler. It's pretty steady throughout the day, so you can play quite a lot of hours. Into
Toronto ground.
so we've got a nice view of the moon there, which is always something nice to see. But in terms of our location with the taxiway here, so we're kind of, well, this is the pub size, but we'll quickly, it needs a bit smaller. I'm using the default radar style. There is a daytime and a nighttime one, but I'm just sticking with the default one, just easier for me to use and understand. But see, like most of the gates are in like aprons here, so our traffic will land on 24 right or 24 left, which we will quickly just add our secondary window. Okay, so that's added. We will get the radar open. This for arrivals. And again, we'll take this a little bit slow because I've not played this yet. So we have we've got script system set up, and then the config set up. Do that. We're departing 23, so everything's going north. Arrivals will be coming on 24 right, 24 left, so they will come in for a Charlie or Delta. We can bring, yeah, we'll bring these out push them up via Alpha, and then our arrivals can come in via Bravo, and then we can always hold them like Alpha Kilo, Romeo, etc. November, wherever they need to hold. And then maybe if it does get a little bit quieter, we can, some of the south side stuff here we could probably push off to for right, if we do get kind of a hold up at up there. Right, so we got some of the
Toronto Tower,
moving.
Morningstar 7056 on final 24 right.
I can 1112 push back approved facing south. One thing I did forget.
Push back approved facing
is,
south. American 1112.
Cameras. So we've got F6 here, which is kind of got bang in the middle of the airport. You'll see like this
Toronto
is
ground,
left.
Air Canada 103 heavy with information Delta requesting.
We're not using this
start.
runway. We shouldn't really get anything on this side. We look over here. That's 23 over that side, and then our 24s are over here, and you can see the aircraft coming in. Got arrival there. These are all the gates. There are a few. I think this is the GA apron here, which we might get one or two. In terms of general aviation aircraft, I think these are like remote aprons. We don't get anything on there. And there seems to be a couple of. Oh, sorry, no. This looks like it could be the cargo apron in the centre. There is an Air Canada cargo and another Air Canada cargo. And then there is another terminal here by the looks of it. There is a Sunwing in. Not sure if there's anything on this side. But nothing there, so yeah, we probably don't need to worry too much around F6 as much, probably just to look at this. I've set some cameras up on this side, so we can see 24 right, 24 left here. We are quite close to the actually. You'll see there's loads of traffic on the ground. Air Canada's around here. This is like the Air Canada terminal, which makes sense. So all of these are kind of Air Canada lines in terms of whatever that, like the piers that they're using. F8 looks at this the other terminal, which it must be the international terminal or everything else. This includes the Air Transats. We've got Air France there. I think that's a BA. Nice Condor there as well. Not sure what that is. Got WestJets, all WestJets, Deltas, Americans. So yeah, all your American carriers are probably parked here. So this looks like your international pier because it's got the heavies on the end there. So nice to see. And then that's it for cameras really. We've got F7 and F8 there, and then I've moved F9 in here as well, so we can see 2-3. So if we want to, obviously we can probably line some people up because I think this is taxiway 1. Got Alpha.
Toronto Tower, Air Canada 91 heavy on file 24 left.
Oh, apologies. This is taxiway 1. I think that is Alpha and that is Bravo. So they will be coming down Alpha, and then for the 320s we can probably line them up and take them off here, and then the heavies will need to take full length. If I just quickly look in terms of the taxi chart then, so they'll be coming down Alpha. We can even give them Alpha Bravo, Alpha November Bravo or anything like that. And then yeah, you've got hotel and then Quebec's there. I'm going to use Quebec. American 1112, runway 23 right at Bravo via Alpha. Yeah, so that's going to take that way. That's fine.
At Bravo via Alpha, American 1112.
And we'll just have to keep an eye on the call sign. Morningstar 7056, runway 24 right, clear to land.
Runway 24 right, clear to land. Morningstar 7056.
We've got a few wanting to go. WestJet 489er, pushback approved facing north.
Pushback approved facing north. WestJet 489er. Toronto Tower, Air Canada 615 on final 24 right.
I'm just going to check direction. So north is basically straight up. Yeah, so we're going to be pushing most things facing 2-3. There is another I think there is another cargo apron to the north of the airport as well. But yeah, we'll don't need to worry too much about that because we can up here. For now, we're just keep these. I think These are because they're all like remotes, so we don't need to worry too much about that
Toronto
either.
ground. Sprint 556 with information Delta. Requesting push and start.
And maybe this, it's just the general aviation. Sprint 556, pushback approved, expect runway 23.
Push back approved. Expect runway 23. Sprint 556.
Okay. Yeah, just had to pause it for a second there and carry on and get these moving. So WestJet's pushing Jazz in a second. Camera then, so we'll have F9 here. So if we push them down Alpha, we're going to come down Alpha and then up Bravo, which is all fine.
Toronto ground.
Probably easier
WestJet
pushing.
489 ready to taxi.
So arrival wise, good. We're gonna have 2-4 rights, then 2-4 left, then 2-4 rights, then 2-4 rights, and then 4 left.
Toronto ground. Delta 2468 with information Delta. Requesting push and start.
Rouge 1812, pushback approved facing south. Jazz 8261, pushback approved facing south.
Pushback approved facing south. Rouge 1812.
The only thing I don't really like around the way the builds kind of the American airports, they're always in like airplanes like this, and it's sometimes very tough to get stuff out. But the Jazz is moving, Air Sprint's ready to go, WestJet's ready to go. We've got first landing aircraft, which we should be able to see from here. This tiny aircraft, always fun. WestJet 489 on runway 23 via Bravo. WestJet 489 on runway 23 at Bravo via Bravo. Air Sprint 556 runway 23 at Hotel 3 via Echo.
Runway 23 via Bravo. WestJet 489er. Runway 23 at Bravo via Bravo.
Air Canada 8901 heavy runway 24 left clear to land.
Runway 23 at Hotel 3 via Echo. Air Sprint 556.
Runway 24 left. Clear the line. Air Canada 901 heavy.
Toronto Tower. Porter Air 126 on final 24 left.
Delta 2468 pushback approved facing south. American 1112 runway 23 clear to Echo. American 1112 runway 23 cleared for takeoff.
Pushback approved facing south. Delta 2468.
Negative.
Jazz
Taxiway not found.
8261
American
runway
1112.
23 at Bravo via Bravo.
Runway 23 cleared for takeoff. American 1112.
Rouge 1812 runway 23 via Alpha. Moonstar 7056. Oh, is it? Is it Moonstar? Morningstar, sir.
At Bravo. Right, Bravo. Jazz 826.
Morningstar 7056. Taxi to terminal via Charlie 3. Charlie. Foxtrot. Juliet.
Runway 23 via
Morningstar 7056. Taxi to terminal via Charlie Foxtrot. Juliet. Yeah, so it is starting to do that, so maybe we need
Morningstar 7056.
we'll split the separation by
Taxi to
10.
terminal via Charlie 3, Charlie, Foxtrot, Juliet. Morningstar
Air
7056.
Canada 615, runway 24 right, clear to land.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie, Foxtrot.
Air Canada
Juliet.
103, heavy
Morningstar
pushback approved facing south.
7056.
Runway 24 right, clear to land. Air Canada 615.
Endeavour 508, one pushback approved facing south. Air Canada 891, heavy taxi to terminal via Delta Alpha 8.
Pushback approved facing south. Air Canada 103 heavy. Pushback approved facing south. Endeavour 5081.
Morningstar 7056, hold short of taxiway Alpha. Air Canada 60 heavy, runway 24 right, clear to land. Air Canada 615, taxi to terminal via Delta Alpha 8. Delta 2468, runway 23 via Alpha. WestJet 489, runway 23, cleared for takeoff. American 1112, contact departure.
Taxi to terminal via Delta Alpha 8. Air Canada 901 heavy.
Rouge 1812, hold short of taxiway Alpha Juliet.
Hold short of taxiway Alpha. Warning star 7056.
Air Canada 615, hold short of taxiway Alpha Lima.
Runway 24 right, cleared to land. Air Canada 60 heavy.
Taxi to terminal via Delta Alpha 8. Air Canada 615.
Morning Star 7056, continue taxi.
Runway 23 via Alpha. Delta 2468.
Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. WestJet 489er.
Wait at
Toronto, departure on 128.8, American 1112. Good evening. Hold short of taxiway Alpha Juliet, Rouge 1812.
Air Canada 103 heavy, runway 23 via Alpha. Ever 5081, runway 23 at Bravo via Bravo.
Hold short of taxiway
Air
Alpha
Sprint
Lima.
556,
Air
runway
Canada
23, line up and
615.
right.
Continue taxi. Warning star 7056.
Wait at 126, runway 24 left, clear to land.
Runway 23, via Alpha. Air Canada 103 heavy. Runway 23, at Bravo, via Bravo.
Air Canada
Endeavour
615,
5081.
cross runway 33 right. Gonna probably
Runway 23,
down
line up
Charlie
and
just
wait.
so we don't
Sprint
have to
556.
keep doing that.
Runway 24 left, cleared to land. Porter Air 126.
Crossing
Cross runway 33 right.
WestJet
Air
489,
Canada
contact departure.
615.
Toronto departure on 128.8.
264
WestJet
and
489er. Good evening.
Toronto ground. Jaws Egg 261 ready to taxi.
Yeah,
Toronto
that's because
ground.
we've
Rouge
changed.
1812
We've
ready to
changed this
taxi.
now anyway.
Toronto ground. Delta 2468 ready to taxi.
Toronto Tower. Air Canada 264 on final 24 right.
Rouge 1812, continue taxi. Air Sprint 556, runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Air Canada 60 heavy, taxi to terminal via Charlie Alpha. Air Canada 8901 heavy, cross runway 23. Air Canada 8901 heavy, cross runway 24 right.
Continue taxi, Rouge 1812.
Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Air Sprint 556.
Air Canada 615, hold short of taxiway 6. Aim in before I push the next one.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie. Alpha. Air
That's
Canada 60
8261,
heavy.
runway 23 line up and wet.
The departing airplane is blocking the gate. Handle that plane first. Air Canada 60 heavy.
Cross runway 23. Air Canada 901 heavy. Cross runway 24 right. Air Canada 901 heavy.
Air Canada 60 heavy, taxi Charlie Alpha, hold short Alpha Lima. Air Canada 60 heavy, taxi to terminal via Charlie Alpha.
Hold short of taxiway 6. Air Canada 615.
Air Canada 264, runway 24 right, clear to land.
Runway 23, line up and wait. Jaws Egg 261.
Taxi
Two
tram, hold short of taxiway 4. Air Canada 60 heavy.
Where is Air
The
Canada
departing airplane is
826?
blocking the gate. Handle that plane first. Air Canada 60 heavy.
Yeah, but
Taxi
Can't-
to terminal via
can't push him
Charlie.
yet, 'cause-
Alpha. Air Canada 60 heavy. The departing airplane is blocking
confusing
the
me.
gate. Handle that plane first. Air Canada 60 heavy.
So
Runway
836
24 right.
needs
Cleared
to
to
go,
land.
and he
Air
goes.
Canada 264.
So he'll be first,
Tower,
then he's
Endeavour
going.
500
Then we're getting our
on
arrival.
final 24 left.
Toronto ground, Air Canada
Sprint
103
556,
heavy
contact
ready to
departure.
taxi.
Jazz 8261, runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Delta 2468, runway 23 line up and wet. Air Canada 836 heavy, pushback approved facing south.
Toronto departure on 128.8.
Wait at
Air
126,
Sprint
taxi to
556.
terminal
Good evening.
via Charlie Alpha Tango.
23, cleared for takeoff. JAWS 8261.
Runway 23, line up and wait. Delta 2468.
Push back and move facing south. Air Canada 836 Heavy.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie. Alpha
Air
Tango.
Canada 7064 heavy, pushback approved facing south.
Pushback approved facing south. Air Canada 7064 heavy.
Endeavour 5001, runway 24 left, clear to land. Yeah, that's all a learning curve for me, this, with it being the first time I've cleared it.
5001.
Toronto ground. Endeavour 5081 ready to taxi.
Air Canada 60 heavy, taxi to terminal via Charlie Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie. Alpha. Air Canada 60 heavy.
Toronto
Give him
Tower,
a knock,
reaching up
pushing back.
4516 on final 24 right.
JAWS 8261, contact departure. Delta 2468, runway 23 cleared for takeoff.
Toronto departure on 128.8. JAWS 8261.
Air Canada
Good evening.
264, taxi to terminal via Charlie Alpha. Air Canada 264, hold short of taxiway Alpha. Waterway 126, cross runway 24 right. Endeavour 5001. Air Canada 891 heavy, cross runway 33 right.
Runway 23, clear for takeoff. Delta 2468.
Air Canada 836 heavy, runway 23 via Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie. Alpha. Air Canada
Air Canada
264.
60 heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha Mike 1.
Hold short of taxiway Alpha. Air Canada 264.
Cross runway 24 right. Porter Air 126.
Cross runway 3
Air Canada 7064 heavy, runway 23 via Alpha. Delta 2468, contact departure. Endeavour 5081, runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Rouge 1812, runway 23 line up and wait. Endeavour 5001, taxi to terminal via Charlie Bravo Alpha Tango.
Runway 23 via Alpha. Air Canada 36 Heavy.
Air Canada 891 heavy, hold position.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Alpha Mike 1. Air Canada 60
Air Canada
heavy.
60 heavy, hold position. Backyard 4516, runway 24 right, clear to land.
Runway 23 via Alpha. Air Canada 7064 heavy.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Delta 2468.
Air Canada 60 heavy, continue taxi.
Runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Endeavour 5081.
Runway 23. Line up and way.
Air Canada 891 heavy, continue taxi.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie. Bravo, Alpha Tango. Endeavour 5001.
Hold position. Air Canada 901 heavy.
Hold position. Air Canada 60 heavy.
Runway 24 right, clear to land. Ricky up 4516.
Continue taxi. Air Canada 60 heavy.
Continue taxi. Air Canada 901 heavy. Toronto Tower. JAWS 8545 on final 24 right.
Toronto ground. Air Canada 836 Heavy ready to taxi.
Hold position. Air Canada 901 heavy. Toronto ground. Air Canada 7064 heavy ready to taxi.
Toronto Tower, Air Transat 343 heavy and final 24 left.
Toronto ground. Endeavour 5081 with information Delta. Requesting push and start.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie. Alpha, Ricky up 4516.
Continue taxi. Air Canada 901 heavy. Toronto Tower. Air Canada 166 on final 24 right.
Cross runway 23, Morningstar 7056.
Toronto ground. Air Canada 422 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
Runway 24 right. Cleared to land. Jazz 8545.
Toronto departure on 128.8, Endeavour 5081. Good evening.
Pushback approved facing south. Endeavour 4980. Pushback approved facing south. Air Canada 886 Heavy.
Pushback approved facing south. Rouge 1574.
Continue taxi. Air Canada 264. Hold short of taxiway Alpha Lima. Air Canada 264.
Toronto Tower, Air Canada 1377 on final 24 left.
Toronto ground. Rouge 1574 with information Delta, requesting push and start.
Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Rouge 1812.
Cross runway 15 right. Morningstar 7056.
Runway 23, line up and wait. Air Canada 103 Heavy.
Runway 23 at Bravo via Bravo. Endeavour 4980.
Pushback approved facing south. Air Canada 422.
Toronto ground, Endeavour 4980 ready to taxi.
Negative. Altitude is low. Air Transat 343 Heavy. Go around. Air Transat 343 Heavy. Turn left heading 30. Air Transat 343 Heavy. Cross runway 24 right. Endeavour 5001.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie. Bravo. Jazz 8545.
Runway 23 via Alpha. Air Canada 886 Heavy.
Runway 23 via Alpha. Rouge 1574.
Runway 23 via 16 Alpha. Air Canada 886 Heavy. Runway 23 via 1 Alpha Kilo. Alpha. Air Canada 886 Heavy.
Runway 23 via 1 Alpha Kilo. Alpha. Rouge 1574.
Runway 24 right. Cleared to land. Air Canada 166.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Air Transat 343 Heavy. Good evening.
Continue taxi. Air Canada 264.
Hold short of taxiway Alpha Lima. Porter Air 126.
Pushback approved facing south. Brickyard 3460.
Runway 23 at Bravo via 7 1 Alpha Kilo. Bravo. Air Canada 422.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23. Air Canada 720.
Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Air Canada 103 Heavy. Toronto departure on 128.8, Rouge 1812. Good evening. Good job.
Runway 23, line up and wait. Air Canada 836 Heavy.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23. Piedmont 5887.
Hold short of taxiway Alpha Lima. Endeavour 5001.
Hold position. Air Canada 886 Heavy.
Hold position. Just 8545.
Continue taxi. Air Canada 886 Heavy.
Hold position. Endeavour 5001.
Runway 24 left. Clear to land. Air Canada 1377.
Taxi at terminal. Bravo Charlie. Alpha. Air Canada 166.
Runway 23, via 6. 1. Alpha Juliet. Alpha. Air Canada 720.
Toronto departure on 128.8, Air Canada 103 Heavy. Good evening.
Runway 23, clear for takeoff. Air Canada 836 Heavy.
Runway 23, line up and wait. Air Canada 7064 Heavy.
Command property error. Piedmont 5887. Hold short of taxiway Alpha Juliet. Air Canada 720.
Toronto ground. Air Canada 886 Heavy ready to taxi.
Toronto ground. Rouge 1574 ready to taxi.
Toronto Tower, Rouge 1805 on final 24 right.
Toronto ground. Air Canada 422 ready to taxi.
Toronto ground, Brigade 3460 ready to taxi. Toronto ground, Air Canada 720 ready to taxi. Toronto ground, Piedmont 5887 ready to taxi. Runway 24 right, clear to land, Rouge 1805.
Glitching out a little bit then. I'm not
Toronto
sure
ground.
what's
Air
happening
Canada
here.
886 Heavy with information Delta.
Air Canada
Requesting push and
422,
start.
runway 23 via Alpha.
Runway 23 via Alpha. Air Canada 422.
Air Canada 720, continue taxi. Air Canada 7064 Heavy, runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Air Canada 886 Heavy, runway 23 line up and wait. Piedmont 5887, runway 23 via Alpha. Air Transat 441 Heavy, pushback approved facing south. Air Canada 836 Heavy, contact departure.
Continue taxi. Air Canada
Guys
720.
8545, continue taxi. Endeavour 5001, continue taxi. Air Canada 462, pushback approved facing south.
Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Air Canada 7064 Heavy.
Runway 23, line up and wait. Air Canada 886 Heavy.
Runway 23, via Alpha, Piedmont 5887.
Pushback
Yeah.
approved facing south. Air Transat
He's on that
441
one.
Heavy.
Toronto departure
Oh.
on 128.8.
I
Air
think
Canada
that's moving
836
now because
Heavy.
we do have a little
Good
bit of a
evening.
mess. Brickyard 3460, runway 24 left at Delta 5 via Delta 5. Rouge 1805, taxi to terminal via Charlie Alpha. Waterway 126, continue taxi. Blue Streak 668. Oh. Blue Streak 5668, pushback approved facing south. Air Canada 7064 Heavy, contact departure. Air Canada 886 Heavy, runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Don't know what
Continue taxi. Just
EOE
8545.
is.
Continue taxi. Endeavour
Waterway, isn't it?
5001.
We don't want to
Pushback approved facing south. Air Canada 462.
So he's good.
Runway 24 left, at
He's not
Delta
going
5,
anywhere.
by Delta
He's not
5,
going anywhere.
Brigade
He's not
3460.
going anywhere.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie.
Tokyo 3460, cross runway
Rouge
24 right.
1805.
Air Canada 1377, taxi to terminal via Charlie Alpha. Air Canada 1377, cross runway 24 right. Endeavour 4980, runway 23, line up and wait. Rouge 1574, runway 23, line up and wait. Water 2705, pushback approved facing south.
Continue taxi. Porter Air 126.
Air Canada 462, runway 23 via Alpha. Air Transat 441, heavy runway 23 via Alpha.
Pushback approved facing
Hotel
south.
3460,
Blue Street
runway 24 left, cleared for
5668.
takeoff.
Toronto, departure on 128.8, Air Canada 7064 heavy. Good evening.
Endeavour 4980, runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Air Canada 886, heavy, contact departure. Oh, we're getting there. We've had a few
Runway 23,
glitches
cleared for
for some reason
takeoff.
today, but
Air Canada 886 Heavy.
we're Endeavour 4980. Oh, we didn't give
Cross
him
runway
enough
24
space.
right. Brickyard 3460.
We're fine, he's at the
Taxi
1,000
to
feet.
terminal via Charlie. Alpha. Air Canada 1377.
No, he's going
Cross
there.
runway 24 right. Air
Blue Street
Canada
5668,
1377.
runway 23 at Bravo via Bravo.
Runway 23. Line up
Blue
and
Street
wait.
5668,
Endeavour
runway 23 at
4980.
Bravo via 2 Alpha Foxtrot.
Runway 23, line up and wait. Rouge 1574.
Pushback approved facing south. Porter Air 2705.
Runway 23, via Alpha.
We've managed to
Air
time
Canada
this up
462.
reasonably well.
Runway 23 via Alpha. Air Transat 441 Heavy.
Runway 24 left. Cleared for takeoff. Brickyard 3460. Runway 23. Cleared for takeoff. Endeavour 4980.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Air Canada 886 Heavy. Good evening.
Runway 23 at Bravo via Bravo. Blue Street 5668.
Air Canada 462, hold short of taxiway Alpha Tango. Water 2705, runway 23 via Bravo. No. Water 2705, runway 23 at Bravo via Bravo. Rouge 1574, runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Air Canada 720, runway 23 line up and wait.
Runway 23 at Bravo via 2 Alpha Foxtrot. Blue Street 5668.
It's quite complicated.
Hold short,
It's a thing
taxiway
actually.
Alpha Tango. Air Canada 462.
Again, it's my first time
Runway
playing this,
24
so
right.
it's
Your arrival gate is occupied. Porter Air 2705. Runway 23
so.
at Bravo via Bravo. Porter Air 2705.
Runway 23, clear to take off. Rouge 1574.
Runway
got
23. Line up and wait.
he's
Air Canada
going around the
720.
back.
Toronto ground. Air Transat 441 Heavy ready to taxi.
Toronto
Keep them
ground. Air Canada
Endeavour
462
4980,
ready to
contact
taxi.
departure. Brickyard 3460, contact departure.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Endeavour 4980. Good evening.
And he's
Toronto
going
departure on 128.8. Brickyard 3460.
Air Canada 462, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Air Canada 462.
Rouge 1574, contact departure. Air Canada 720, runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Piedmont 5887, runway 23 line up and wait.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Rouge 1574.
Air Transat 343 heavy, runway 24 right, clear to land. Air Canada 422, runway 23 line up and wait.
Runway 23. Cleared for takeoff.
really don't
Air
very
Canada
quickly.
720.
You can
Runway
see
23.
I've
Line
got
up
the
and wait.
Canada going
Piedmont
down.
5887.
I do like the
Runway
lighting on
24
this
right.
game when
Clear
it's,
to land. Air Transat 343 heavy.
when it's dark.
Runway
It
23,
is quite
line
good.
up and wait. Air Canada 422.
Toronto ground. Blue Street 5668
So
ready to
Portugal
taxi.
258, pushback approved facing south. He doesn't look like a big
Push back
Portugal.
approved facing south. Air Portugal 258.
Toronto ground. Porter Air
321 now,
2705
we
ready to
can
taxi.
fly from Toronto to
Toronto
Porto.
Tower. Air Transat 343 heavy and final 24 right.
Air Canada 720, contact departure. Air Canada 422, runway 23, cleared for takeoff.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Air Canada 720. Good evening.
I definitely need to have a few goes at this airport to get used to it, but it's been quite fun. I've enjoyed what I've been so far. There's a lot of
Toronto
aircraft, and
ground,
it's
Endeavour 4980
very
with
tough when you've
information
got
echo.
a lot
Requesting push and start.
wanting to go at once. But yeah,
Toronto ground,
wouldn't
Air
mind
Canada
the
720 with
Condor or
information echo.
something
Requesting
going.
push and start.
I do like the Condor livery. My
Going
opinion.
around Air Transat 343 Heavy.
Time for the comms to catch up.
Toronto ground, Brickyard 3460 with information echo. Requesting push and start.
Toronto Tower, Brickyard 3557 on final 24 right.
Next one's gone. I'm just going to get these out and then call at the end of the video, just to keep this one a bit shorter than
Toronto ground,
the others. Again, it's the first time playing it.
echo.
So
Requesting push and
it's been
start.
a little bit tough, but helps me learn, brings you some content as well, so you can actually see this airport for the first time.
5668 with information echo.
Quite
Requesting
fun.
push and start.
P-bomb 5887, runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Air Canada 462, runway 23, line up and wait. You just had a mad
Runway
rush
23,
of
cleared for
airlines
takeoff.
there.
Piedmont 5887.
Runway 23, line up
Air
and
Canada
wait.
422,
Air
contact
Canada
departure.
462.
Toronto departure on 128.8, Air Canada 422.
Airport to
Good
go
evening.
258, runway 23 via Alpha.
Runway 23 via Alpha. Airport to 258. Toronto ground.
Porto
Airport to
2705,
258,
runway
ready to
23, line
taxi.
up and wait.
Runway 23, line up and wait. Border at 2705.
Next
Toronto
one's
ground,
going.
Air Canada 462 with information echo. Requesting push and start.
Air France 355, heavy pushback approved, facing south.
Pushback
Nice,
approved facing south. Air France
aircraft
355
type,
heavy.
He is 359, thought it was. Back into the view.
Toronto ground. Border at 2705 with information echo. Requesting push and
Sorry for
start.
the I was spamming around of the cameras, but Porto 2705, runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Piedmont 5887, contact departure.
Runway 23, clear for takeoff. Border at 2705.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Piedmont 5887. Good evening. Good job.
Good job, yeah. Not been the best of jobs, has it?
Toronto
Doesn't it?
ground, Air Transat 441 heavy with information echo. Requesting push and start.
Toronto
It
ground.
turns out 343 heavy,
Airport to
taxi to
258
terminal
with
via
information echo.
Charlie
Requesting push and start.
Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie. Bravo, Air Transat 343 Heavy.
Get me moving.
Toronto ground.
Nice,
Air
Air
France
France
355
L350.
heavy with information echo. Requesting push and start.
Brickyard 3557, runway 24 right, clear to land.
Runway 24 right, clear to land. Brickyard 3557.
Turbo one. Porto 2705, contact departure. Air Canada 462, runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Air Transat 441 heavy, runway 23, line up and wait.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Border at 2705. Good evening.
Runway 23, clear for takeoff. Air Canada 462.
Blue Streak 5668, runway 23, line up and wait.
Runway 23, line up and wait. Air Transat
Air Canada
441 heavy.
854, heavy pushback approved, facing east. I've just pushed him the wrong way.
Runway 23, line up and wait. Blue Streak
I don't know why I
5668.
pushed him east. We can
Pushback
actually, doesn't matter, we can bring him down
Air
after
Canada
level.
854 heavy.
Toronto ground. Air France 355 heavy ready to taxi.
Toronto Tower.
Air France
WestJet
355
306 on
heavy,
final
runway
24
23
right.
via Alpha.
Runway 23 via Alpha. Air France 355
Air
heavy.
Transat 343 heavy, hold short of taxiway Alpha Juliet. Air Transat 343 heavy, hold short of taxiway Sierra. Get Sierra that.
Hold short of taxiway Alpha Juliet. Air
Blue
Transat
Streak
343
5668, runway 23 cleared for takeoff. Air Canada 462, contact departure.
Hold short of taxiway Sierra. Air Transat 343 Heavy.
Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Blue Streak 5668.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Air Canada 462. Good evening.
Toronto ground, Air Canada 854 Heavy with information echo, requesting push and start.
Okay. Returns at 441 Heavy, runway 23 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 23, clear
Airport
for
to go
takeoff.
258, runway
Air
23
Transat
line up and west.
441 Heavy.
Blue Strike 5668, contact departure.
Runway 23, line up and wait. Airport to 258.
Air Canada 854 Heavy, runway 23 via Alpha. Air Transat 343 Heavy, continue taxi.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Blue Streak 5668. Good evening.
Runway 23 via Alpha. Air Canada 854 Heavy.
Brickyard 3557, taxi to terminal via Charlie, Delta, Quebec.
Negative. Taxi is blocked. Air France 355 Heavy. Air Transat 343 Heavy. Air Transat 343
Air
Heavy.
Transat 343 Heavy, continue taxi.
Taxi to terminal via Charlie, Delta, Quebec. Brickyard 3557.
Continue taxi. Air Transat 343 Heavy.
Jet 306, runway 24 right, cleared to land.
Runway 24 right, cleared to land. WestJet 306.
Right, let's go
ground,
right,
Air
stars,
Canada
just like
854 Heavy, ready to taxi.
feel like you'll see like the Air Canada and the old liveries. They're quite cool. Air Transat 441 Heavy, contact departure.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Air Transat 441 Heavy. Good evening.
Brickyard is going to come down here and just kind of done. I think go soon as well, but I think the Air France will be the last one. Air Portugal is next. Air Portugal 258, runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Air France 355, heavy, runway 23, line up and wait.
Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Airport to go 258. Runway 23, line up and wait. Air France 355 Heavy.
So Portugal airborne. And have a quick look. So Brickyard's going into stand. Air France can go, and then we'll be going. WestJet will be landing. Air Portugal 258, contact departure.
Toronto departure on 128.8. Airport to go 258. Good evening.
Air France 355, runway. Air France 355 heavy, runway 23 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 23, cleared for takeoff. Air France 355 Heavy.
Go right up close to this 350 as it takeoff here.
Toronto ground, Jazz 8749 with information echo, requesting push and start.
That was lovely. That's on camera in case we want to use that in the future. It's a lovely view. There is another Jazz somewhere, but we're going to leave him because we are going to end the video there now the Air France has gone. It is a little bit shorter video. Again, it's quieting down there anyway. We had a massive rush of aircraft. Some learnings. It's quite a fun airport. Obviously, being the first time I've played it, it's the first time I've seen it as well, with it only being a couple of days old as well, being a recent addition to the game. But I thought I'd give it a go. The first hand of trying to play this for the first time. How not difficult, but kind of understanding you need to be with it. You kind of just need to know where everything is and understand how the airplanes work. We had kind of like 5 Air Canada trying to push back at the same time. And then obviously we had like 3 aircraft trying to get in the same place as well. And one of them had to get occupied as well. So that makes things a little bit challenging at times. We got a steady flow moving. Using 2-4 right and 2-4 left doesn't seem to work because it just gives you the errors and doesn't correctly manage them in terms of distance. So probably one that I need to keep an eye on in the future. What I might do is run maybe like 2-3 for landings as well as 2-4 left, and then use 2-4 right for takeoffs, something like that. But yeah, there's a lot of fun you can have with this. There's obviously the 3-3s that you can give a go. You can play pretty much any schedule during the day. I just use this as an example. Try and get myself into the game. But overall, a pretty good video. Apologies about a few times where it paused and started glitching. Problems with my PC, but yeah, if you enjoy the content, feel free to like and subscribe. That massively helps me and helps this channel grow, so I can bring you more content like this in the future. Always looking for new airports, new challenges. I've got a couple of new airports which I've recently just got, which I haven't played yet as well. So alongside this, I have Copenhagen and got Bangkok to play, and the one in America, and I think there's another one which I have as well. So I've got a few more episodes coming with new airports again. So again, there's plenty of airports that we can play on this game. We're going to be nearly into episode 30 by the time we need to actually start recycling actual airports. So overall, pretty fun. Yeah, if you've got any comments, questions, feedback around this video, anything that I can do better with this airport, or anything just in general, just feel free to drop them in the comments. I will get back to you when I can. But yeah, there will be some more videos coming very soon. Thanks for watching this one. I will see you in the next one.